How are M&Ms made? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, do you have a favorite candy? What is your favorite candy? Oh, what's mine? Oh, my favorite candy is M&Ms. When you think about M&Ms, what do you think of? Different colors, chocolate, peanuts. So good. What exactly is an M&M? I know it has chocolate. Some of them have nuts. But how are they made? With all those different colors, it's probably not something that comes from the ground, huh? Those things are definitely made in a factory. Well, I got an email from a curious kid named Miles, and Miles wondered, how are M&Ms made? Let's figure it out today. To make an M&M, you start with a center, usually chocolate, and then you build a thin candy shell around it. For regular milk chocolate M&Ms, the inside starts as chocolate. Chocolate is made from ingredients like cocoa, sugar, milk ingredients, and cocoa butter. Those ingredients are mixed and worked until the chocolate becomes smooth. In a chocolate factory, that chocolate can be warmed so it flows nicely. Then the chocolate is put into these little molds and shaped into those tiny, round pieces that we recognize. Those pieces have to be cooled so that they become firm. If the chocolate stayed too warm and soft, it would be hard to cover it neatly with the candy shell. Now, peanut M&Ms are a little different. They start with a peanut in the middle, and then the peanut gets covered with chocolate first. And then the candy shell is added around the outside. Now, let's talk about that candy shell, because the way they make this is really interesting. I don't think you'll be too surprised to hear that the shell is made mostly of sugar. So here's how they do it. The chocolate centers are placed in large rotating drums. Imagine a really giant bowl slowly turning around and around, almost like a clothing dryer. And as the centers are tumbled, the sugary coating is added. When that layer dries, another thin layer is added. Then it dries again, and another layer is added. This happens over and over, and this is why the shell is smooth and hard. It's built up in many thin layers while the pieces keep moving, and that movement helps the coating spread evenly around each piece every time. Now, each color is in its own batch, its own drum. And different batches can become red or yellow or green or blue or orange, brown, whatever colors they need. Then comes one of the most famous parts, that little white M. And that letter is printed on the outside with something called edible ink. Edible means it's safe to eat. After that, the candies are checked and sorted, packaged and shipped to stores. So many are shipped to stores. In fact, a few years ago, they calculated if you put all of the M&Ms that are manufactured in a year end to end, as in, pretend that you are opening a bag of M&Ms right now, and then you're placing each M&M next to each other in a line. Okay? Can you imagine that? If you put every single M&M that they manufacture in a year, if you put them all in a line, you know how long it would be? It would circle around the Earth 48 times. That is a lot of chocolate. Okay, let's have a quick quiz. What is usually in the center of a regular M&M? Yep, it's chocolate. What is in the middle of a peanut M&M? Here's a hint. This is not a trick question. Yep, it's a peanut. And is the candy shell usually built in one big layer or many thin layers? Yep, many thin layers. Oh, hey, my son Elliot just walked in and he said he wanted to do the true or false games today.
True or false? The colorful part of an M&M is the candy shell.
Okay, so true or false, the colorful part of the M&M is called the candy shell. That is true.
True or false? M&M grow on ground like vegetables.
True or false, M&Ms grow in the ground like vegetables.
False.
Yeah, that's false. Would you rather watch M&Ms being made in a factory or have a giant M&M in your front yard? What do you think, Elliot? Which would you pick? Would you rather watch the M&Ms being made in the factory or have a giant one in your front yard?
Watch.
You'd rather watch them being made?
Yeah.
Why would you like to watch the M&Ms being made?
I want to know how they do it very good.
All right, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? I am sweet. I help make the outside shell hard. And I am added in thin layers around the chocolate center. What am I? I am sugar. If you could invent your own candy, what kind of candy would it be? Would it be a chocolate candy? If I created my own candy, it would definitely be a chocolate candy. I think that's why M&Ms are so popular. They're basically just chocolate and sugar. Well, and food coloring. But, I'd still enjoy M&Ms even if they were just the color of regular chocolate. Oh, now I really want an M&M. Do you want an M&M, Elliot?
Yeah.
What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Today is Mateo's birthday. Mateo is from Virginia and Mateo is turning 3. Happy birthday, Mateo. Sloan and Leo are twins and it's their birthday today too. They're from California. Happy birthday, Sloan and Leo. Oh, and they're turning 5. Happy birthday. Damien is from Florida and Damien is turning 2. Happy birthday, Damien. And Lucy is from California and Lucy is turning 5. Happy birthday, Lucy. To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow.
I wonder when my dad will bring back Captain Curious.